Diamond and Silk. They believe the country needs to come together.
It didn't take a rocket science to see that the Democrats...
It did not take a rocket science to see this. Scientist. Rocket scientist.
Story and their theory was falling apart.
Yes.
So much that not even Gorilla Glue could hold it all together.
Yeah.
I love that. It's very, they're on the pulse of the zeitgeist of pop culture. They get the Gorilla Glue story.
So, you know, President Trump for the second time was acquitted during this impeachment trial.
Yeah, it's not like the Republicans ran interference for him again. And many of them were like, yeah, I think he should go to jail for it, but I think it's unconstitutional, so I'm going to use that as an excuse.
According to USA Today, after the acquittal, the president did come out and thank most of the Senate Republicans.
Okay.
He came out and he thanked them.
And proclaimed that the political movement he began in 2016 election has only just begun.
That's right.
And
we've only just begun.
He is right. And it's so sad.
No, he's not.
That people are on the left don't even realize how they even made President Donald J. Trump even more powerful.
Yes, Donald J. Trump is more popular than Donald J. Trump has ever been. It's, as a matter of fact, they're thinking of declaring it National Donald J. Trump Day.
Than ever before.
Yeah.
Now, Nancy Pelosi was hot.
Nancy.
And I'm not...
Look out, girl.
Talking about she was having hot flashes. She was mad. That
was that me or was that Silk that made that noise?
They did not convict President Trump. So she's calling for a 911 style commission to investigate
9/11 style, because it's the date, not 911. It's not the emergency call. It's a 9/11 style commission. The date 9/11. We don't go, I remember 911. Never forget 911, especially if you're in an emergency.
Investigate the January 6th incident. Now, you know what? I think things need to be investigated.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All
we
right.
also need to find...
Look at that. You agree with Nancy Pelosi. Look, there's movement. Unity. Unity.
Find out who planned this, who orchestrated this. So she want to do an investigate.
Yeah, Ginny Thomas, Charlie Kirk, the Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, and Trump. You're welcome. Stunk.
Investigate everything.
That's right.
So we can get to the bottom of this here. Because I'm tired of people being lied on.
That's
you
right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's terrible. They're being. Why are they being lied on?
And lied to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, lied on, lied to, around, in, of, out, over.
Now, President Trump lawyer Michael Van de Veen was interviewed by Anchor on CBSN.
Okay.
Now, she thought she was going to have a gotcha moment.
On CBSN, you mean CBS News?
But this lawyer surely got her.
That's right.
And if y'all don't believe us, take a look at this.
Oh, this is the clip. Okay, all right. Yeah, we've seen this, actually.
What happened at the Capitol on January 6th is absolutely horrific. But what happened at the Capitol during this trial was not too far away from that.
Really? Really? Really, dude? So a cop was beaten to death. Another one lost his eye. One had part of his spine crushed. A woman was shot in the neck and bled to death. 3 people had heart attacks on the stairs. One woman was trampled to death. 2 cops committed suicide days afterwards. But the hiring of you as the president's lawyer to represent him in the Capitol is of an equal horror. I see.
The prosecutors in this case doctored evidence. They
did they?
Did not investigate this case, and when they had to come to the court of the Senate to put their case on, because they hadn't done any investigation, they doctored.
They were there, asshole.
Evidence. It was absolutely shocking. I think.
They didn't doctor evidence. They made displays, and you showed the displays as they were being made, and somebody put 2020 instead of 2021 on the screen for a 2021 tweet, by the way. So the truth is still valid, but somebody was like writing 2020 still on their checks mode, and they put in 2020 when they were filling out, when they were trying to create a visual representation of the essence of the tweet that they wanted to show. Right.
When we discovered it and we were able,
because they didn't cut and paste and just blow it up,
to expose it and put it out.
And I think one woman didn't have a blue check, but Trump, who did, retweeted it. So, all right.
I think it turned a lot of senators. The American people.
No, they didn't. They had already made up their mind.
Should not be putting up with this. They need to look at.
Really? What are they? Okay.
Who these House managers were, and look to see what.
Yeah, they saw them every day. They watched the whole thing.
Whether these are the folks they want representing them. It was shocking to me.
We do. Solid human beings.
Wouldn't have believed it.
Let's follow up with a point that you're making right now about the House managers, as you say, doctoring evidence, and the argument.
They didn't deny
for our
it.
Viewers.
They didn't deny it. I put it in front of them 3 times.
To be clear for our viewers, what you're talking about now is a check.
By the way, this is where he gets all mad. She's trying to just clarify what his charges are.
Mark. That's a verification on Twitter that did not exist on that particular tweet. A 2020 that should have actually read 2021, and the selective editing, you say, of the tapes. Is that how? Is that the doctored evidence of what you're speaking?
Wait, that's not enough for you? That's not enough for you?
Wait.
Yeah, she wasn't making the case that was enough or whatever. She was just saying, just so people know what you're talking about, this is what you're referencing. Like, she's being nice. She's just doing this is normal news shit. And he launches into this prick attack on her.
Wait, no.
I'm not a juror in this trial. What I'm trying to be clear for our viewers is what you...
Yeah, she's just like, this is what you were saying, because this is what you're referring to.
Is what you're referring to, because not everybody has been following.
It's not okay
not everybody,
to doctor
sir,
a little bit of evidence. Respectfully.
Okay.
Yeah, cut out that part. Really? And by the way, he apologized for that later on another show. He's like, in her defense, she was just trying to state he's like, there was a delay and I thought she was saying something else. Like, but please run with this.
So I want you to know, did you know that tampering with evidence could be a felony?
That's right.
Did you know that?
They're not tampering with evidence. They didn't tamper with it. They didn't move a body.
It's sad that these anchors, they don't even realize
for derp
that selective editing could be misleading and distortion of the truth.
You mean like the fight video?
That's right. And you shouldn't
You mean like everything Rudy Giuliani shows about the hard drive?
be able to fabricate, manipulate, and doctor any type of evidence.
Right.
You shouldn't try to take something to try to make it appear like something has happened. And I've found, since I've been in this political spectrum for
near weeks now.
For about 5 years now. When it comes
give or take
down to Congress and people up there in Congress, they can lie, they can make up a lie, they can make
It's just like you guys.
up this theatrical thing.
I mean, they're no better than you. You guys are right on the same pier as Vanderveen. It's beautiful.
Theory and put it out there to the people as if it's the truth, and no one is held accountable.
No one is held accountable. But had that been a Republican, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Was that noise, again, was that noise from Silk or from me?
All doors and fences would have swung open.
That's right.
But
All doors and fitzes? What?
Accountable.
No one is held accountable. But had that been a Republican, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No one is held accountable. But had that been a Republican, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All doors and fences would have swung open.
That's right.
All doors and fences would have swung open. What?
But you know what? This lawyer wasn't finished with this anchor. Take a look at this.
The media has to start telling the right story in this country. The media is trying to divide this country. You are bloodthirsty for ratings, and as such, you're asking questions.
She's like, this lady, by the way, is bloodthirsty for ratings. She's on CBSN
now that are already set up with a fact pattern. I can't believe you would ask me a question indicating that it's all right just to doctor.
She didn't. She was just clarifying for the viewer what you were referring to in your statement, because those are the things you had called out.
A little bit of evidence. There's more stuff that we uncovered that they doctored, to be frank with you. And
like,
perhaps that will come out one day.
Perhaps? Say it now. What do you mean, perhaps?
But we won this case.
Come out when?
And I'm not a sore loser.
You didn't win. It was a fix. You want to call yourself Tyson when the other dude was paid to take a dive.
But what happened, or a sore winner, I should say, but what should
Freudian slip.
happen is somebody should look at the conduct of these house managers. It's unconscionable. Aside from
No, it's technically conscionable, just saying.
all of the due process violations that my client had. And the media
What violation of due process? What are you talking? You're his lawyer. You are the due process.
should be looking at a square, straight way. The straight way. When I watch
Excuse you?
the news, I watch one station and it's raining. I watch another station at the same time and it's sunny.
Maybe the news is in different states. Maybe when you flip channels, they went from the weather in the state you were in to the weather across the country. Meteorologists.
Your coverage is so slanted, it's got to stop. You guys have to stop.
You know what?
You guys, it's...
He's right.
Yeah,
They
he's
are
right.
trying
He's
to
right.
drive a wedge. Some of the reporting is off. It makes you like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I have to check in with Diamond and Silk. I don't know what's up.
Let me tell you something. A
Tell me.
journalist is someone who investigates, collects, and presents information as a news story.
Right, yes, that's what Wikipedia says.
A lot of these outlets are not acting like a news organization.
Oh, like Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson and Laura Ingraham and Glenn Beck and Newsmax and OAN and right. Okay, I hear you.
They're acting more like tabloid.
That's just
Yeah, let's get some ratings.
Yeah.
Let's spread a rumor.
shooting a narrative.
So that the public, everything is based on public opinion.
Yeah.
Is what they're
You mean like Mike Lindell and Newsmax and OAN?
trying to do here.
Yeah.
And it's so sad.
Yeah.
And
It is.
this here lawyer, I love how he sums it all up.
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
All right, sum it up. Let's hear it. Van der Veen, sum it up.
What I'm telling you is that they doctored evidence. And I believe your question says, well, it's only a Twitter check and changing a year of a date here. They switched the date of a Twitter a year to try to connect it to this case. That's not a small thing, ma'am. The other thing they did is they put a check.
No, they didn't. It was a 2021 tweet. It said 2020 on the paperwork. It was from now. They didn't have. It would have disconnected it.
Mark on something to make it look like it was a validated account when it wasn't.
No, but Trump's was, and he was the one who pushed that account. I think they assumed that the president would only retweet people who were verified, but in this case they didn't. That was an accidental ad of the check mark. It still doesn't change the fact that he saw that idea and he repeated it. It actually makes it worse if there's no check mark.
And when they were caught, they didn't say anything about it.
Right, because they were like, oh shit, you're right, there is no blue check mark. Trump's more of an asshole than we thought he was.
They didn't even try to come up with an excuse about it. And that's not the way our prosecutors or our government officials should be conducting themselves. And the media shouldn't be letting them get away with it either. I'm tired of the biased media on both sides, left and right. What
Yeah, totally. He's sick of OAN.
this country wants, what
We want somebody in the center who wants to unify the country. That's why I'm voting for Joe Biden.
this country needs is this
Is Joe Biden.
country to come together, to take the left and the right and
And why do you have blue stigmata in your wrist?
this country
in your
needs
hand?
is
Look at
this
his left
country to
palm.
come together, to take the left.
Did he just... He tried to do the, I'm tough, so I'm going to put a cigarette out on my palm, but it was really just he was just sucking on a pen, and he went,
the left and the right and find
300 likes. Look at that. Give us a thumbs up and a like and subscribe. Don't forget, you can help out with stars on Facebook. Please, please, please. Thank you very much. Please and thank you. Patreon.com/HalSparks. Our new goal is 1,000 patrons. Oh my God, that'd be incredible. It'd be crazy. I can hardly believe even the fact that we passed the 500 number. So patreon.com/HalSparks. And then, of course, live shows are starting to come up. Life is returning back to the craziness. I have some announcements to make in the very near future. And if you're a patron, there's all sorts of benefits live, when I come to your town. So it's very good.
and find a middle ground and start responsibly being our public officials, our
You mean like Biden's doing right now? Shut up.
elected officials.
Wow. Wow. He took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's what you guys have been worried about. If anybody, Diamond Silk's been, we need to come together as a country in the middle. That's been the mantra of Diamond and Silk.
I've been saying that.
Yeah.
It's time to drop the party affiliation.
Yes.
It's time.
Yes, leave the Republican Party, start your own Patriot Party, and really focus on being a flag
To
hugger.
stop trying to pick a side. Come to the same side, you
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, when it's not that we all need to come together in the middle. We all need to gather on my side of the boat so it all tips over and we all drown.
at the end of the day, we are Americans.
Yeah.
And right up under our noses, things are going on. And we keep bickering back and forth,
Yeah.
and that needs to stop.
That's
But
It does. I'm not bickering with you.
let me tell you something. President Trump,
Let me tell you something.
he had a message from Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
And part of the message, some of
It's really about unity. He had a message for Mitch McConnell about us all coming together.
Let's hear
It fits
say
in
it.
with. It just fits in right with what Diamond was talking about. Oop.
the Democrats and Chuck Schumer played McConnell like a fiddle.
Uh-huh.
They never had it so good, and they want to keep it that way. And he is right. Mitch McConnell has sold out the Republican Party.
Yep.
And there's an old saying, you never miss your water until your well run dry.
That's
Let me
right.
tell you something.
Tell 'em.
These Republicans that tried to throw
You never miss your water until your well runs dry. I'm seeing basically a lubrication problem on the right now. I think they're dealing with occasional dryness, and they need to find a solution for it.
throw President Trump up under the bus,
Yep.
it's going to come a day you go
Throw President Trump up under the bus. All right.
wish that he was back in office.
That's
So
right.
he can help you all out.
What? Wait, you're gonna? Huh? All right, I don't understand that. They full on lost me.